Man, so we've been waiting for this. This was supposed to happen last week, but it's happening now.
He's here.
You may have seen, not even you may have. If you haven't seen it, I don't know where you've been. You've been under a rock, okay?
Shame on you.
Because the Front Porch series has so many monumental moments put on for the city by someone from the city. And we got him here today. Y'all give it up for Noochie!
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Thank y'all for having me.
Noochie.
Hey.
Man.
I ain't always on time, but it's always the right time.
The right time. You right on time.
Yeah, exactly.
Sound like a T-shirt slogan.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. First of all, I want to congratulate you for your Front Porch series, for everything that you have done with that. Because, I would see it here and there, right? So I saw one, and then next thing you know, I'm like, hold up. He got this person
Kept putting them out.
And then it became to a point where, like, who knew she gonna have on the front porch next? Who's gonna be on the front porch? If you come to DC, you got to stop by Noochie front porch, right?
Exactly. That was part of the goal
that
too.
The goal?
Yeah, I needed after a certain point. That wasn't like the initial goal, but after a certain point, I was like, I need this to be when you come to DC.
Yeah.
The whole DMV. When you in this region,
right?
You need to stop.
That has
through.
to be a stop.
Yeah, you gotta pull up. I want that to be synonymous with you think of the area.
You gotta check in.
For sure. That is the new checking in right there.
Oh, for sure. It's the front porch, it's house. You gotta go home.
You gotta go home.
Everybody gotta go home.
So let's take it all the way back. I think I just found out who your dad was. I didn't put the two and two together. And being from here. And so I'm reading up on you and everything that you've done to get to this point. Okay, so your father, one way booby.
For sure.
Free booby.
Free
booby. Now, talk about just your upbringing. Was music and hip hop, was that always around you? Was that instilled in you? Was that it pumped through your veins? So it was that's the only way. That's what I know. That's where I gotta go.
For sure. I gotta credit more than just my dad to that, but I definitely grew up in the studio. I was with him. He was the active father. So I was around him, and I was around the people he was around. So I was exposed to a lot of things early, and also just studio etiquette and just taking it serious. I seen a lot of people take their craft serious and actually go somewhere with it. But also my mom is cleaning up and listening to R&B all the time.
For sure.
My grandma in the back seat. Rest in peace, my grandma Bonnie. She just passed away.
Yeah.
Rest
in peace, grandma Bonnie. Miss her for sure.
Yeah.
And I got a playlist on Spotify called Grandma's Backseat that I made.
Man.
And it's literally all the for sure. It's all the people that should have been on that R&B list.
And I was about to say, Noochie came in here that list that y'all was talking about. Wait, who the rest of the people on that 25?
Throw it away.
But so I was exposed to a lot of older music and just music that you had to go through the stuff to understand what it was, and just being exposed to live music and going to concerts. My mom, the first concert I ever went to outside of seeing my dad perform was Kanye West. I went to go see the graduation tour, Growing the Dog tour. That's
the old Kanye too.
Yeah. It was him, Rihanna, NERD, and Lupe Fiasco.
Now I don't feel so bad, Noochie, because when I had told them that my first concert was Immature at Constitution Hall.
Really? Oh my God. I don't even want to tell y'all my feelings. Oh my God.
He's like the Isley Brothers when they first came out.
Frankie.
Probably Frankie. Thank you, Noochie. Noochie Jonan. Noochie Jonan.
So with your father being, just one of the pioneers of DC hip hop, or pioneer in DC hip hop, you saw the evolution of it, right? Because, we have certain artists and they always say oh, you won't have to leave DC and then blow up and then come back.
Right.
But for you, it was all right here. It was all home. So how was that, watching your father navigate through, because DC hip hop and just that whole music scene, it has changed over time.
In such a go-go town.
For sure.
Yeah.
And especially when he was he dropped his first album in 2001.
Right.
So it was this was definitely a go-go. He was going against the grain dropping a rap album. So it was really watching an uphill battle, but somebody make it uphill. I seen him go on 106 and Park. I seen him have videos on MTV James. I seen him bring Scarface to the city. I seen him bring Juvenile and Gucci Mane and Jeezy and Coach K to the city. Like, I seen all these things. I seen us go to Atlanta and him do the same footwork in Atlanta and make a name for himself. Wow. And then, like, once I became who I was, I seen him identify that and pass the baton. And, like, I'd be like, okay, nah, I ain't, I'm done doing this right now. So I'm gonna let my son do this. I'm gonna let him, I see the seriousness he has with this, and I'm gonna pass the baton. And then I was able to go on my own journey musically and see, okay, I got to see it firsthand, but now it's like, okay, now I'm actually doing it. Like, this is my own footwork.
You're putting it in motion for yourself.
I got to see the atmosphere in Atlanta. I got to see the atmosphere in New York after I got signed to Atlantic. And then I went to LA and Hollywood. I got to see that too. And it was like, I wasn't going out there trying to make it happen. I was going out there finding out how it happened. Wow. So now I'm like, okay, every time in them situations, for some reason, God keep plucking me back home. I'm like, I'm in Atlanta, I'm thinking it's about to happen. Nah, pluck back home. I'm in New York, pluck back home. I'm in LA, pluck back home. I'm working with like Grammy award-winning producers.
Artists, right?
And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? This don't make sense. And I'm like, all right, I keep going home. I got to do it home. They already doing it out there. Home, if you want to be somebody that's labeled as one of them, you need to be one of them at home first. You can't be that anywhere else first before it's at home.
Wow.
Build
and I
it
feel
right
like
here.
That part.
And even moving around like that, I got to see how people view home. I got to see the representation, how they think, how the DMV or DC think business-wise, or like how it is to work with certain artists from here. So it's like, just to hear people say certain things and to know that I'm not that type of person. I know I don't move like that, and to know that there's certain ways that it's supposed to be done and it could be done. It's like, I'm in a position now where I can show that. And I feel like that's more important than me even reaping the benefits of doing it, because I want everybody to see. Even like with the Porch, it's like it started with me just trying to get my name out there, and just not even my name, just I was signed to Atlantic and I was in the process of leaving. I didn't know who was gonna own the music, so I was like, I'm gonna just go do something that can't nobody profit off of, and just let, you know what I'm saying, the work speak for itself. And eventually that came into the Porch, and now I'm putting other people on and making sure that everybody look good.
As an artist and a curator.
Exactly.
And you know what? We're going to get into that journey and how it started and where it is now, because there is a story in between that we need to get out there. Noochie is in studio today. Y'all keep it locked right here. More with Noochie. Big Jag in the morning with Huggy Lowdown. Big Jag in the morning with Huggy Lowdown on Magic 102.3 and 92.7. We got Noochie in the building.
Man, we got the front porch in the building.
Front Porch series. Man, I can't even say live from the front porch. Yeah. For sure. Now, when you started, this series, what was the intent? What was the goal? Why did you say, you know what? I'm about to do this, and I'm going to have folks, lead singers go. I'm gonna have artists. How did that process come about?
Like I was saying earlier, just my taste in music and like what I was exposed to just made me naturally a lover of music. So when I had this series already started, like I started the series from me just trying to be heard. Yeah. That was my goal. I was trying to get out a deal, and I was just trying to be heard, and I was trying to figure out what the best way to do it. But that eventually that evolved to my man Tyler. Shout out Tyler Benson. Also a Gwynn Park alumni. He came and was like, I want to help you, you know what I'm saying, elevate this platform. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And then he came, brought his camera over there, and we shot it professionally instead of me just on the phone. Yeah. So that was like, I could see the whole porch now instead of just a brick wall behind me. So I'm like, okay, I could do my, I'm out the deal by this time now. And I'm like, I could do my original songs over here now. I could, you know what I'm saying? I brought a band over there, and I was like, okay, let's see how this go. And then once the first time I did it, it was like, okay, yeah, this is it. And then I ran into Big G at this downtown locker room event, and I've known G since I was a puppy. And I told him, I was like, hey, I showed him on the phone, I said, hey, I need you to come do this. Like, I need you and Wink come through. And he was like, he looked at it for like 2 seconds, said, oh, no, we gonna be there. We gonna be there. Say nothing.
That's him. That's him right there.
Excellent Big G impersonation.
Nah, for sure. So we gonna be there. Then he came, and then
held it. I think I watched that like. I watched it over and over. Like
I still watch it. Like that, like specifically that one, because it was like, I know the videos the videos sometimes don't do the day justice.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. And
What
that
was
day
the
was
energy?
just like the best. It was like a movie, like probably just like whatever movie
So
you could
real.
think of that feel just like real good.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like, this is it. Like, got a good ending when it's playing the music. And at the end, and it's showing like what happened to the people at the end.
Yeah.
It was like everybody lived happily ever after. That's what.
Everybody
he went to
picture come
college.
up and they're
He went to the
like,
NBA.
Yeah.
She got the job. Like that's what it felt like that day.
Wow.
And live from the front porch, just
Yeah.
kind of.
And after that, I asked Raheem Devon to come do it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know Raheem since I was also a puppy, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I got you, nephew," because I wanted them to see what we could do with a touring act on here. I already showed you what we could do with Go-Go.
Yeah.
I want people to see Go-Go how we see it, and I want people to hear it how it's supposed to be heard.
Right.
So that was always my fault. I want this to be, my goal was to make sure that this sounds the best and looks the best.
Wow.
That was my goal, because I feel like if that happens, everything else that need to happen
And
will
that,
happen.
and that speaks volumes and a testament to who you are, man. People
Yeah.
pulling up, you know.
For sure.
Because
And
you
that-
had name some of the folks: Marsha Ambrosius,
For
Selena
sure.
Johnson,
Selena Johnson,
And
Tweet.
Sweet was good.
And then
Oh,
some
I
of the
love
names,
Sweet.
you were like, how did
Ruben
Noochie
Studdard.
get in?
We just dropped Craig David
Craig
yesterday.
David.
Craig David.
Yeah.
MC8 pulled up in a car.
MC8. Yeah. We got
MC8.
Afrobeat artists. We just had TJ.
Come on,
We
man.
got
Man.
it's getting crazy. We had first of all, every go-go band is coming. We're gonna have and my thing too, everybody always hitting me. While we on the air.
Yeah.
People always hitting me telling me who we want to get on there, who I want to get, this is who I need to be. They deserve to be on there. I'm like, this is a house.
Yeah.
And it's something that we
Let 'em
doing
know,
out
Noochie.
just like the kindness of our hearts, and just because we want everybody to look good. We gonna get to you.
But you know what? When you have something that is that good, like lightning
A
in a
good
bottle,
product,
you know what I
right.
mean? Of course, people are going to be like, hey, you know what? My
Yeah.
cousin and them need
Yeah.
to be on the front porch. They from D.C., though.
Yeah, I know it's gonna happen, but it's just like for me to be the person that done been on this journey from all these years.
Yeah, it
This is
is.
like year 12 for me of like, you know what I'm saying, in the music industry. I still ain't 30 yet, but I'm still, this is music. I've been doing it for a long time. So to hear like you try to take this
Yes.
shortcut,
That's what I was
It's
going to
like,
say. You need to let the people
gotta
know
go.
it's not an overnight success. Like you built this brick by brick, and I think it's important to get that story out to let people know, like, I built on this, and this is why it's so successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have came in when we had Sweet,
The
and
beginning.
then but you might have came in the middle of it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And now you see like how big it can be. And who
Yeah,
do
Benny
you?
the
Who
Butcher over
is
there.
on Benny the Butcher? I saw that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
Who
Benny
that
is
was-
on
like,
your
that was crazy.
wish
Yeah.
list? Like, who would you love to? I'm not trying to get you in
Who's-
trouble.
who's
Listen,
you about to
top
get me in
five?
trouble.
Who's your
Okay.
top
Eric, I
five?
do.
Oh,
for sure.
Okay.
And I need to be there. Let me.
Jill Scott, Stevie Wonder,
Oh.
Wow.
Charlie Wilson,
Oh, one more.
Snoop.
That'll be great. That's a great
Man.
list. And I know it's gonna happen. He probably already recorded it though.
For sure. Nah.
He can,
I ain't regret. That would
We
be out
gonna sing
already.
it.
That would be
Get
out.
to
He's like, it'll be
we
out.
can get to those people.
Yeah, nah, it's
Definitely
gonna happen.
get to
It's,
those
it's
people.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
And with due time, because
Yeah.
I feel like if you go back and watch the first one to where we at now,
Yeah.
it's like you can see the growth. Like you
Sure.
can see the growth, and I feel like just the same way I feel like I'm telling people not to contact me about shortcuts. I don't want to contact those people about shortcuts. I want it to be the quality that they used to. I want their fan base to see this and be like, this is what we
Right.
want. I want to go to the concert.
Yeah.
Like that's my goal.
So, moving forward in the future, is there a tour that could possibly come? Is that something that you see happening where you taking the front porch? I'm talking about you taking the porch with you.
For sure. We're going to start it first at the Kennedy Center.
One night only Kennedy Center.
April 4th, 2025.
I'm in there.
It's going to be exactly
Monumental.
what you're talking about.
Huge.
It's going to be
The porch is gonna be there.
It's literally going to be there. People going to be walking
They're
on the
gonna
porch.
they're gonna move the front porch to the Kennedys.
That's how that's how the artist going to come. You ain't even going to know who's coming out. You just going
They
people just
gonna
going to
come
be
out the
coming out the
door.
house. The same way you watch it and be like, who about to come out? That's how that's going to be.
Wow.
We
that's
ain't even going to It's already announced, so people buying tickets right now don't even know who on the
Who
show.
on the show?
It's just my name on there right now, which I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all for. I love
Yeah.
y'all for supporting me, even if it just was me. But
Yeah.
fortunately, it won't be. We're gonna have
Noochie and
amazing
friends.
show. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be the Front Porch family.
How
That's
many
right.
how many people walk up to you and say, "Hey man, you know I used to be on the front porch. I had that idea."
People come up to me and telling me, man, that was a cool concert, man. How you come up? That's cool. I'm like, bro, people wasn't letting me in.
Right.
This is how I ended up at the house. I decided they ain't want me to come in this way, so I'm gonna throw my own party.
That's right.
And now everybody want to come over there, which is cool. That was the goal.
Noochie, let everyone know where they can follow you on social media, where they can keep up with everything that's happening with Live from the Front Porch.
Hey, y'all can follow me at Noochie Music on every social media. Make sure y'all subscribe to that YouTube channel. We dropping the Front Porch every Monday. Make sure you check us out this weekend at Broccoli City, the 28th. And then make sure y'all get them tickets for the Kennedy Center, April 4th, 2025, Front Porch Live at the Kennedy Center.
Man. Love it. This is home.
Yes,
this is a hometown. DC, we got to show up and show out for Noochie. He is doing something positive. He's putting our own on and taking it worldwide. So you definitely have our support. You family, whenever you need it, we got you.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be back.
Yeah.
Open house, man.
Keep coming up here. Say, get them tickets. Keep coming up here. Keep coming up here. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hey, free Booby. Rest in peace, Grandma Bonnie. Shout out to my whole Front Porch family, everybody that helped me make this thing keep moving. Yeah. Shout out to the city, man. Appreciate it.
Shout out to the city. I love it.
Shout out to you for holding it down, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, Noochie.